Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know I haven't posted in a long time, and that was due to me moving back to Calgary to spend 8 more months with my mom. She got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer around February, and all I wanted to do is just spend as much time with her as possible. As some of you know, I moved from Calgary to Edmonton. I was in Edmonton for about 2 months before I got the news that my mom wasn't doing so well. So I decided that I was just going to move back myself. I'm going to try to pick up some of my old contracts that I had here in Calgary, and I was just going to spend as much time with my mom. And doing that, I didn't want to take up any time filming my jobs, because filming and editing takes a lot of the time. Like a job that I could probably be done, you know, it probably adds an extra hour and a half, you know, setting up the cameras, or, you know, moving things, talking a little bit, and, you know, describing what's going on. The editing's a whole nother thing, because now you're watching everything that you did that day and then trying to shorten the video, trying to fast forward it. So you got to watch almost everything. And it was just going to take up a lot of my time. But I was very fortunate enough to spend 8 months with my mom, building memories, coming home from work, even if it was just going for a walk, me pushing her wheelchair, you know, saying a million I love yous, getting those in. And unfortunately she passed away a month ago. So now I'm just spending a lot of time in the yard getting ready for winter. So me and my wife decided that we're going to be moving back to Calgary. And instead of me going back to Edmonton to pick up winter work, I figured I wanted to stay in Calgary and kind of keep the relationships that I have now for an ongoing relationship, since we're going to be living in Calgary, because I didn't want to walk away from contracts in Edmonton and then have to restart everything here. So I'm going to be toughing out a winter here. I'm going to be living in my RV. I've been living in my RV for the last 6 months, or 8 months. It hasn't been bad. I like it. I treat it like camping. I'll show you guys my setup. But going into a winter, I couldn't, well, I want to also mention, I could go stay at friends' houses. I still own my house here in Calgary. I have really great tenants right now, and I didn't have the heart to give them 3 months to move out. So we agreed on a date, and I'm going to tough out a winter here. And when I say tough out, I'm not looking for pity or anything like that. I actually want to stay here, because I've had friends say, Jason, just come stay with me for the winter and stuff. But there's something about me just being at the yard. All my equipment's here. Something about waking up here on the acreage. You know, I see the beautiful sunrise at night. I can work as late as I want, and I'm here. I wake up, I'm at work, all my equipment's here. I can do things around the yard. As some of you know, I started a firewood business. I'm really liking that right now. I didn't really do much of the firewood during those 8 months, because it was taking up time and taking away time from my mom. And that's a really good business, because if I'm not doing concrete removal, I could be splitting wood. Or, you know, you can split wood all day and then do your deliveries at night. So it's a very good addition to the business. But I want to just kind of show you guys what I've been doing. So I'm going to be toughing out. I keep saying toughen out. I'm going to be doing a winter here at the yard. So I got these heating pads. I'm not happy with them. I ordered them off Amazon, and there's 6 of them. I ordered 6 of them, and they're, I don't know if you guys can see that, Facon. The name suits it, because they're a fucking piece of crap. So I'll show you what I did. You could see those pads right there. I wired them in, and those are good up to 40 gallons. And I put 2 pads on them, and they don't work. And another thing that I noticed is when they didn't work, I start reading the reviews after I've installed them. And from the reviews, a lot of people are saying that they don't work right out of the packaging. Excuse me. No, I don't have coronavirus. So there's that. I also did a bunch of insulation in the RV here. I don't know if you guys can see in there, insulated all my pipes with heat tape. I got cables here, heat tape. I put the underbelly back, but I'm gonna skirt this whole thing. But now that I have to reorder these pads, I can't seal up the belly. And one of the mistakes that I did here was I took out the brackets for my freshwater tank when I was installing the heat pads, and I forgot that the brackets were holding up the freshwater tank. So I go start filling up my RV with water, and then all of a sudden I hear a big boom. I'm like, what's going on? The freshwater tank fell out. So I had to drain it, I had to lift it back up, put it in. And the crappy part is, in order for me to return these pads, which 6 of them cost me around 400 bucks, I have to take them off. And the adhesive on these things are really good, which is a good problem to have, I guess. But they want us to return it. So I'm gonna take some fishing line, a heat gun, try to take them off, return those ones, and hopefully the next 6 work. So another project that I've been working at here at the woodyard is this guy. So this is my shipping container, and the reason for my shipping container and this stove is so that I can keep my water warm and my Bobcat warm in the winter. So I purchased this stove for 100 bucks off of a farmer. I went and picked it up. I'll show you the inside. I'm getting the shipping container ready for winter. Built a little bit of a gravel ramp so I could come in. There's my water tote staying warm. So the Bobcat's gonna park in here. Gotta get some lighting. And then I got this is the stove, and it's got a pig on the top. And this fan is pretty cool. They sell them on Amazon, and I actually picked this one up at Princess Auto, and it actually helps circulate the air a little bit, and it pushes the hot air through. So this is her. I kept when I did it, I kept the chimney pipe as high as I could go, because you want to keep as much of the heat in, and then I have it going back out. So that's why I did a long chimney pipe, because I want most of the heat staying inside the shipping container for as long as possible. There's my truck that I do my wood deliveries in. Whole bunch of wood stacked. I have these kids that live down the street from me on another acreage, and they come and stack these in the cages for me so that they're ready for delivery. So we got all these cages in. I'm gonna show you guys how I actually dump one of these cages into my dump trailer. And then I got a whole bunch of other totes that I'm cutting and getting ready over here. Guys, this attachment right here is my favorite, most valuable attachment I have. The beak. It is awesome. So I got a whole bunch of totes here that I'm just gonna cut out. As you can see, cutting the cages out, getting them ready for some more totes. Firewood totes. And then over here, so my buddy's Mushu is cutting spruce and pine mix over here on the range road. come, load it up with the leak attachment, load it up, and then he cuts away. And then I started kind of doing a different method to the firewood. I ordered 2 semi-truckload full of already pre-cut wood from a wholesaler, and we're just starting to stack it right here. That's all I got left out of the pile to stack. There's a little bit behind us that we just walked past, but he says there's 22 cords in a load in a 53-foot semi-trailer with a walking floor. So the first load, I want to stack it all just to make sure that you know, we're getting what we're paying. And that's all stacked here, and then got my birch over here. Supposed to be 22 cords in a load, in each load. There we go. That goes all the way down. But that's kind of like what we've been doing. So I got a couple deliveries right now to go do with some wood, and I'll show you guys how I dump it in the dump trailer, and it makes everything so smooth. And the reason I like the totes is because you can actually measure how much wood you're giving to a customer. I know there's a lot of firewood people out there that don't want to put the labor in and pre-stack it before it goes out, because in firewood it's a lot of work. There's a lot of handling. Whether you're ordering it in from a truck, everybody's got a different setup, right? There's a lot of guys doing it by hand, and the last thing you want to do after you split your wood is go and stack it again, right? So other people use different measures of measuring. Either they're counting their pieces, loose square footage. For me, it's square footage stacked. So my totes are 4 feet high. I'm gonna show you something. They're 4 feet high, 4 feet wide, and 3 feet deep. And this is kind of what we do, because these are the 1300 liter. As you can see, there's a big difference. So as you can see here, this one's a 1300 liter tote. It's higher than this one, so what we do, put these little twigs there to make up for the height. And these ones I put a couple of 2x4s so that the top up here reaches 4 feet, right? But these 1300 liter totes, so that's 1,000 liter, this is a 1300 liter tote. These are my favorite ones. If I could buy lots of these, I would definitely buy a lot more. But anyways, that's kind of like what I've been up to. I will be doing a lot of more filming of just, you know, everyday cutting wood, deliveries, pros and cons. Maybe I'll do a review on the Range Road. Right now I like it. When I first got it, I hated it. But once you fix all your kinks, once you diagnose everything, and you kind of just know what to critique or, you know, fix, it's actually not all that bad. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys just how I load this. Another thing that I want to show you guys here is kind of my setup, how I pick up these cages. Is I welded a whole bunch of these chains, and what I do is unhook them here, and I got a top one and a bottom one, and then I hook them onto the cage like so. That one's not there, so the reason I leave it a little bit exact or whatever, because your forks aren't always going to be uptight against it, and the reason I'm not usually uptight when I go in is because I don't want some of these chains to get caught or pressed in between the cage and the forks. So I keep my forks a little bit back, and then this way I can adjust the chain. I would never put it here. Normally I put it right up here, and I dump the firewood in. But yeah, I'll set up the camera and we'll drop in a half cord. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like it, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Lets me know I'm doing a good job and keeps me motivated to produce more videos. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Ciao.